The upcoming Warner Brothers film Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice is now just a little over 3 months away, and the studio has now released 3 new character posters featuring Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Fearing the actions of a godlike superhero left unchecked, Gotham City's own formidable, forceful vigilante takes on Metropolis's most revered modern-day savior, while the world wrestles with what sort of hero it really needs. And with Batman and Superman at war with one another, a new threat quickly arises, putting mankind in greater danger than it's ever known before. Christian, buy or sell these new posters from Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice?
I buy them, and I buy the Superman one the most. That's the most I've ever seen Henry Cavill look like Superman, with the curl and everything too. He looks great, and I think Gal Gadot looks really great as Wonder Woman. The pose, everything we've seen of her so far, I've actually really been inspired by seeing what she's going to bring to the table. The Batman one, at first when I saw it, I was like, yeah, it's kind of an Iron Man type of suit, but then I was like, wow, that's what he's going to be using in order to be able to keep up with Superman. So I like the looks. I'm buying it.
Yeah, I love all 3 of these posters. The day before, they dropped another poster with all 3 of the characters kind of looking to the side, and it just said Dawn of Justice. And I thought that was really cool. And then they dropped these 3, and I was like, I like these even better. And you're right, this is the first time Henry Cavill's got like the little, like it's not the total weird Christopher Reeve super curl-esque, but it's like a slightly disheveled look. And I dig the side shot look of Wonder Woman. I think it's just cool to see them introducing these characters. We know they're all going to be in it thanks to the trailer. We know how the movie ends now. They're all going to hang out.
We know who the big threat is.
They're maybe going to be eating some pizza.
Well, we knew
at
that
the end.
before the trailer came out.
I know. It's just, and a lot of people are right. They're like saying, well, we saw these other trailers and they showed the villains and no one complained. How come everyone's complaining about the Batman v Superman ending showing Doomsday? Because it's called Batman v Superman.
Right.
All these other ones are just called like the Hulk, and you show the Abomination. It doesn't matter. You know he's going to have to fight somebody. Iron Man 2 or whatever, you know he's going to have to fight somebody. This is like Batman's fighting Superman. Why show him friends at the end? That's what I think everyone's complaining about. But, whatever. I'm still looking forward to seeing the film, and the more they show us more scenes from the film or drop these kinds of things, the more excited I get.
Yeah, I love the posters. I absolutely love the posters. The one thing I got to say, though, that I'm starting to get a little bit nervous of is that they're marketing more and more not as a Batman v Superman movie. Now it's Batman meets Superman meets Wonder Woman kind of thing. Yeah. And that is worrying me. And one of the big worries is that we are now 3 trailers in. We had the first trailer that came out before Comic-Con. Then we had the big Comic-Con one, which was amazing. Then we had the last one, which wasn't as amazing. And in 3 trailers, we have not heard one word out of Wonder Woman. We haven't heard one line spoken. Not one. Showing lots of pictures, but not one line. So I really do. And then I said long time ago, before we knew who was cast in the movie or anything like that, I said long time ago, I said, I want Batman versus Superman to focus on Batman versus Superman. You want to introduce a few characters here and there to set them up for later? That's fine with me. Keep the emphasis, keep the attention on Batman and Superman. I don't want to see all the posters coming out with Batman and Superman and Aquaman. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing Aquaman, yeah. I'm really looking forward to seeing them finally bring Wonder Woman to the screen. I don't want to see it. They're now dividing up the attention more and more. I don't want to see that. I'll give a little bit of a backstory here. We've got a video coming out here next week called the 20 most anticipated films of 2016. And we're going to be putting that video out. And it's the way we're putting this video together is that all of us and a bunch of people from the .com side, we each submit our own top 20 lists, and then we do some mathematical calculations. And Batman v Superman was the number 1 on my list for a very, very long time. It's not number 1 anymore. I'm not going to say what is number 1 on my list now, but Batman v Superman, because of the direction that we seem to be taking with their marketing, it has fallen out of the number 1 spot for me. So while I like the posters in principle, I do. These are 3 great posters. What they represent to me makes me sell it, I should say. So
yeah, it's no surprise. Your number 1 is Pee-wee. Next.
Yeah, Pee-wee's New Adventure or whatever it's going to be.
You know what? I'll say this about the posters, and I think what will eventually be the film. I think they're hard selling Wonder Woman to because Wonder Woman's going to be in it. She's going to probably have a larger role than say Aquaman or Flash, who we know they're going to make little cameos here and there. But I think when you look at it, it's called Batman v Superman. It's not Superman v Batman, and they've already had the Man of Steel, so this is going to be like the introduction of this new Batman movie.
Yeah.
Now, do I wish they actually just made a Batman movie with Ben Affleck first? Yes. But because they did this, they were already developing Man of Steel 2, and this transformed into Batman v Superman just through story meetings. Then it became more focused on, like, let's get Batman introduced into this new Man of Steel world. I think the first, like, 30 to 40 minutes is going to really be focused on Batman.
I think so, too, yeah.
And it's not like that Superman won't be a part of it, but the undercurrent of the storyline of the destruction of Metropolis with Bruce Wayne and Batman still being an active vigilante, those are going to be the focus points, and Clark Kent trying to find out something about Batman and things like that. They're just going to, I think it'll naturally weave into the Superman versus Batman situation. That'll be the middle part of the movie, and you'll already naturally introduce like Princess Diana and some of these other characters, and then Wonder Woman and Batman and Superman will all be in the last third. So I feel like if the movie is 2.5 hours, which it seems like it's going to be,
You think it's gonna be that long?
yeah. You know what they've already said. Remember, Snyder was like, or one of the guys was like, yeah, we've got like a super long cut. We'll probably release the extra hour like in the summer. So they're going to trim an hour out, but I think it'll still, let's say 2:15. It's going to be a long film. I feel like if they were smart about it, and they have to be smart about it because they get this one chance.
Yeah.
This is launching their entire universe. So if they're smart about it, they brought in Chris Terrio, they brought in a lot of people, smart minds. Let's figure this out. Let's get all these characters set up in a great way, have an act 1, act 2, act 3. I feel like I'm still have a lot of hope for it. So
Well, it's still on my list. I mean, it's still one of my most anticipated films of the year, so I've got a lot of hope for the movie.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.